I am the Humble Seer.
Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So I'm going to talk about Donald Trump and everything that's going on in his world right now as it relates to this indictment. I just felt compelled to do it. And I'm not going to do it in world politics or anything like that. I'm going to just do it under let's talk about Donald J. Trump. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to talk and see what the cards want to tell us. But before I turn on the camera to do this reading, I just got Teflon Dawn. And like these charges and things aren't going to stick. It's what I also get is that Donald Trump will ultimately turn this around on them, is what I get. Now, I know that Michael Cohen, who was President Trump's attorney and that is involved in this this whole, indictment and whatnot. I want to get a card on their relationship. I want to pull a card on that. So let's do this. Let's first pull a card on Donald Trump and where he's at right now as it relates to, we're talking about this indictment. But we'll discuss anything that wants to come out. But let's pull a card on how Donald Trump is feeling right now. And then we'll pull a card on Donald Trump and Michael Cohen in that relationship, right? Okay, so this is how Donald Trump is feeling right now. And this is how the relationship with Michael Cohen. I feel like Donald Trump is confident, but that's what he exudes, right? He exudes confidence irrespective. Okay, and look at this person. Are they not exuding confidence? It's the Two of Swords. Okay, and so the question that we asked was, how is he feeling? Brave acts, worthy allies, opponents. He's feeling like this card. Like I might be blindfolded to a certain extent, but my chest is out, and the people that I'm going up against, I'm equally matched. But I also Two of Swords can be defined as friendships. And it's strangely and oddly enough, as it relates to an indictment, you wouldn't think that oppositions would be friends, but that's what I'm picking up. There's some camaraderie there. But again, Two of Swords is how Donald Trump, this is defining him, and it's equally matched, conformity, friendships, brave acts, worthy allies, and opponents. So his ally, Donald Trump is a billionaire, and he isn't going to do anything or go up against anything that he feels wouldn't be a worthy opponent. Now, some might say, well, the prosecution is the one that brought this indictment against him in New York City. And you would be right, but somehow I get that he has a hand in this. Okay, this is the relationship between Donald Trump and Michael Cohen currently. Okay, so we have Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles, by definition, is results. It's mastery. It's work preparation. It's craft. It's development. Being an expert. Now, that's an interesting card for a relationship between someone that, by all intents and purposes, is your opponent. But again, the Eight of Pentacles is telling us that this is, the Eight of Pentacles is results, mastery, employment, work preparation, being an expert. And it's money from teaching or your passion. Now, this is Michael Cohen. This demonstrates Michael Cohen. So it's like what I get, and here's what I see, okay? Irrespective of what is going on out in the world, these are the things that I see. I see Donald Trump and Michael Cohen as friends to this day. They are a team. And they are hard at work. And they communicate in unusual ways. They communicate with each other in unusual ways. Let's pull a card because Michael Cohen is a huge part of this, but ultimately Stormy Daniels is a large part of this. So let's get a card on Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels' relationship. Let's see what's going on there. And the card will define that. If it's bumpy, if it's loyal, if it's, Okay, we have Queen of Wands. Now, it's interesting that this card came out because we know that she is a, adult star, in the adult entertainment star, I should say. And the Queen of Wands is someone that is, alluring, sexy, beautiful, attractive. But the Queen of Wands is business. They're friendly, they're ambitious, they have leadership qualities, they're the boss. It's interesting because it's not like the swords came out or it's just defining her. Let's get an additional card on, maybe we'll ask, is this whatever is going on here? Because it's a game is what I'm getting. All of this is a game. And we'll get a card on Donald J. Trump and Alvin Braggs, which is the Attorney General of New York that brought the charges against Donald J. Trump. I think he's the Attorney General. He's the main prosecutor, I'll say. Maybe not Attorney General. I don't know, but Alvin Braggs is the main attorney. But let's get some clarity on the Queen of Wands as it relates to, because that's really Stormy Daniels there, right? Okay, so let's see what else we can glean. Okay, now we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is clever. They're gossipy. They're a spy. Okay. And that card came out solely for that word, spy. Because that is what Stormy Daniels is. She is a spy. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, we'll come back to that because okay, so what I get, we'll do it right now. What I get is, because the Page of Swords is clever, they're gossipy, a spy, they're vigilant. They talk their way out of conflict. And these cards are representative of the relationship between Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels. And so what I get is, much like the relationship that Donald Trump has with Michael Cohen, I know this sounds crazy, but this is what the cards tell us, and this is what I see. There are things going on behind the scenes that the average person does not see, does not know, is not aware of. Even though there are things that are out there that would lead you to that, most people don't have an awareness of that. This is a team effort. That's what I get, okay? Meaning that Donald Trump, Michael Cohen, and Stormy Daniels are working together. Okay, it's interesting. All right, let's pull a card on Donald Trump and Alvin Braggs, and let's see what their relationship is, okay? This card is going to, tell us what's going on there. Okay, now we have the Three of Swords: heartache, divorce, separation, infidelity, miscarriage, fertility problems, lessons learned. That's the relationship that he has with Alvin Braggs. It's heartache. It's problems. Okay? It's not like the relationship that he has with Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. It's the flip side of that. This is what I'm hearing. Alvin Braggs believes that he's bringing heartache, because the Three of Swords is about heartache. It's it's problems. It's heartache is what card we're going, not card, but the word we're going to hone in on. Alvin Braggs believes that he is bringing heartache to Donald Trump. But again, these people are all working together. Not Alvin Braggs, but these people are. Okay, can we get a card on the outcome of this trial? What is the outcome? What's going to happen in this indictment, and these charges? These, I think it's 34 charges, felony charges, something to that effect. Don't quote me on all of these exactly, okay? Because I don't want to mislead people. I think it's 34 charges, but felonious charges. Okay, let's pull a card on what the outcome is going to be. Queen of Pentacles. Now, I said that, I said early on, I do believe, and if not, I'll say it now, that Donald J. Trump is ultimately going to turn it around on them and sue them being New York City and all of that. But the outcome of this court case is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is generous, luxurious, good-natured, motherly, realistic, earthly desires, best of the best, and good intentions. Now, what I get from that card are a couple of things. One is that the outcome would leave anyone in that position being luxurious, meaning cha-ching, which is the sound of a cash register opening. Because that's what I get when I see that card as it relates to Donald Trump and the outcome of all of this, which goes to what I said earlier about him turning it around and it being of benefit to him. Because before I turned on the camera and started doing this, I got Teflon Dawn. And that is, Teflon is a, nothing sticks to it. That's the nature of that material, or for lack of a better term, it's something that is solid, that like if you were to cook on Teflon, nothing, if cheese, if you were to put cheese in a regular pan that's not Teflon, or it would burn and it would stick and you would have a wrecked pan. Whereas if you're cooking with Teflon and you put cheese on it, you could burn the cheese and you just wipe it right off and it doesn't affect the pan. Nothing sticks to it. So that's what I get. I did a reading on Donald Trump, on Joe Biden. I think I called it Joe Biden Wears Depends Diapers. And I talked about Donald Trump not being president, not, getting, being president in 2024. I don't see that. But, who knows? You may want to check out the annual 2023 annual reading for Gemini, because Donald Trump is a Gemini. And that is a lot of what I talk about. Well, he's a Gemini and it applies. So anyway, this is what's going on with this indictment, and we've got some of the major players here on the board, and it's just what I see. It is what it is, but ultimately you have your discernment. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by the Humble Seer. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think about this reading. If you like what I do, consider buying me a coffee, and that will be in the description box below this reading. Until next time, as always, you take good care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.